1 month into social distancing, and this is what I look like now. Hey, this is Mr. Edlin, and welcome to Basically. So Basically is my weekly roundup show of news stories connected to economic and historical concepts. The goal of these videos, if I can keep up with them, is to provide you with fun and informative content that does not replace classroom learning, but enhances your understanding of certain things. What's going on? Historical, economic issues. Before we begin, I'd like to pay homage to our forefathers of edutainment, John Green and Jacob Clifford. Let's go. We are 1 month into practicing social distancing, and that's had a major impact on people. The significance of the situation has led many to compare it to major historical events such as the influenza pandemic of 1918 and the Great Depression. And with these comparisons come myths and misconceptions, and not even the president's own advisors are immune from spreading them. No pun intended.
This is COVID-19, not COVID-1, folks. And so you would think the people charged with the World Health Organization facts and figures.
Somebody should tell Trump's advisors that viruses aren't like movie franchises. It's called COVID-19 because it emerged in the year 2019. It's not like it had a prequel called COVID-18. Yeah, man, I remember COVID-18. That was when the virus learned that Darth COVID was his father. He decided to turn to the dark side and they could infect the galaxy as father and replicant. Last week, President Donald Trump received backlash for making the claim that he has, quote, total authority over the government and the economy. That it is he alone and not the states who have the power to reopen the economy and to cancel stay-at-home orders. Trump is excited to reopen the economy after a record-breaking 22 million people have filed for unemployment benefits, meaning the U.S. unemployment rate is reaching 18%. Compare that to the unemployment rate of just 4% we saw only a month ago. For historical context, the highest rate of unemployment during the Great Depression was 24.9% in 1933. For comparison, during the Great Depression, 1 in 4 workers was unemployed. Compare that to now, where it's almost 1 in 5. As for the president's claim to having total authority, Republicans and Democrats were both very quick to condemn him for such comments. Many of them are citing the United States Constitution, in which the 10th Amendment states, "The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states, respectively, or to the people." So, ultimately, the states have the authority. You know who has total authority? Kim Jong-un of North Korea, Rodrigo Duterte of the Philippines, and Xi Jinping of No, wrong picture. That's Xi Jinping. Fun fact, if you show a picture of Winnie the Pooh in China, you'll be arrested. Anti-social distancing protesters have been gathering in places like Michigan and Minnesota, with one just recently taking place in Brookfield, Wisconsin as well. Many are protesting the statewide stay-at-home orders because they have been hurt economically by the response to the coronavirus. Others are protesting because they don't think it's something that they need to take seriously. These people have not been shy about taking their concerns to social media. I just don't know who to believe anymore, man. The world's foremost medical experts and leading authorities on the subject of virus replication? Or that guy who posted that meme on Facebook? You know, I really see through the media. Seeing images of these people standing so close together without any protective equipment such as face masks or gloves makes a lot of people so anxious that they feel compelled to wash their hands while singing the entirety of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody.
A little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the...
And now it's time for Mysteries, Histories, where we take a look at major historical events that occurred this week in history. April 18th, 1942. Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle carried out a bombing raid on the Empire of Japan. Doolittle's raid, as it is now known, was America's act of revenge against Pearl Harbor, which occurred a mere 5 months earlier. Although the bombing did not strike a crippling blow against Japan, it did serve as a major morale boost for the United States war effort. Do little? More like do lots! And on April 21st, 1895, the first ever video projector was demonstrated in the United States. For the first time, people could view video on film without it being destroyed after one viewing. It's absolutely incredible that it took 125 years to go from the Panopticon to this.
Whoa! Yankee with no brim! Hold on, let me go around. Let me go around this hat.
And now it's time to wrap things up with basically, and since news and history is usually a bunch of blood and guts, and economics is known as the dismal science, I'd like to send you off with a little thing I like to call a moment of Zen.
Oh, Your Highness, I'm sure it's not that noticeable.
Whoa! Yankee with no brim! Whoa! Yankee with no...
Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Maybe.